5 Schrader Hanover, 440, 430, 230. 1 Fluff Me Up, 270, 210. 2 Tina's War, 530 on the show. The 5-1 Exactor, $31.80. And your Triactor, 512, the numbers, $110.15. Here's your rundown. 1 Fluff Me Up was 7. Here is your post parade for race number 4. They go 1 mile here for $3,600. 1 is Noodles, owned by Rebecca Williamson of Blythe, trained by Robert Dare, driven by Colin Kelly. Noodles. Number 2, Who's Your Lucky Lady? Robert Doyle up for Michael Dorsum, George Large of Push Lunch. George Large is the trainer. Who's Your Lucky Lady? Number 3, Blissful Anne Marie. J. Bradley Harris aboard for Steve Gerard of Thamesville, James Napper of Bothwell, and trainer Catherine Gaudreau. Blissful Anne Marie. Number 4, I've Got My Eye on You. Owned and trained by Ryan Stewart of Lucan, driven this afternoon by Natasha Day. I've Got My Eye on You. Number 5 is 3 Pink Bows. Owned by Shelley Kerr, Jane Kerr of Godrich. Dennis Kerr is the trainer, and Lauren House drives 3 Pink Bows. 6 Thrift Shop, owned and trained by John Holding of Kitchener. Tyler Moore drives Thrift Shop. Number 7, Sergeant Neil Green Beret, owned by Stephen and Laura Roberts of Melbourne. Stephen Roberts trains. Scott Ray drives Sergeant Neil Green Beret. Rounding out your field, number 8, Smockety Frocks. Owned, trained, and driven by Gord McKnight. Smockety Frocks. Full field of 8 here. They go 1 mile for $3,600. Post time less than 2 minutes away. Colin Kelly, Who's Your Lucky Lady? Robert Doyle, Blissful Anne Marie, and J. Bradley Harris, I've Got My Eye on You. Natasha Day, 3 Pink Bows, Lauren House, Thrift Shop, Tyler Moore, Sergeant Neil, Green Beret, Scott Ray, and from the second tier, Gord McKnight and Smockety Frocks. They're ready to soar in race number 4. It's post time. This field is now in motion, and here they come. They're off and pacing. I've Got My Eye on You. Who's Your Lucky Lady? Duking it out here in the early going. Noodles will follow along into 3rd position. It is Who's Your Lucky Lady who emerges with the lead. Tucking into 2nd, I've Got My Eye on You. 2 more links back to Noodles, who sees it from 3rd. Racing in 4th, that's Blissful Anne Marie. Smockety Frock sees it in 5th. Then we've got 3 Pink Bows, Thrift Shop, Sergeant Neil, Green Beret. 8th in a line, and they're pacing in time here as they roll by the opening quarter. Who's Your Lucky Lady will show the way for Robert Doyle. I've Got My Eye on You is 2nd, 28 seconds flat. Sharp opening quarter here in race number 4. 3rd to the in is Noodles out of 4th. Up and at it. Here comes Blissful Anne Marie. That'll give a toe to Smockety Frocks, who takes a peek to the outside in front of 3 Pink Bows. Up the inside, Thrift Shop saves some ground. Sergeant Neil Green Beret can see them all. Who's Your Lucky Lady? Still on the engine here. They roll by that opening half in 57-3. It is Who's Your Lucky Lady? I've Got My Eye on You out of the pocket. Top tipping out now. I've Got My Eye on You tries to go on by the leader. Following that one is Blissful Anne Marie. Noodles saves some ground up along the inside. Thrift Shop needs some room. They're bunching up here from the back of the pack. 3 wide goes 3 Pink Bows. They're once around the track and they're halfway back in 1:28 and 3. It's still Who's Your Lucky Lady? I've Got My Eye on You. 3 wide action at the head of the lane. Here comes Blissful Anne Marie. Down the stretch they come. Who's Your Lucky Lady? I've Got My Eye on You on the outside. Who's Your Lucky Lady? Who's Your Lucky Lady? Hanging on in race number 4. Number 2, Who's Your Lucky Lady? And Robert Doyle hanging on here in race number 4. Edging out 4, I've Got My Eye on You. Number 6, Thrift Shop got up for the show. 2, 4, 6, your unofficial race 4 triactor numbers. Now returning in front of the grandstand after an impressive wire-to-wire victory here in the 4th race, it is number 2, Who's Your Lucky Lady, a base 6-year-old mare by Secret's Nephew and Maggie B. Owned by Michael Dorsum, George Large of Push Lynch. George Large is the trainer. And Robert Doyle in the sulky. It's the 2nd win of the afternoon for Robert Doyle. Who's Your Lucky Lady victorious here in 1:59 and 2. It's the season's mark for Who's Your Lucky Lady. $21.50, $7, $3.20. Number 4, I've Got My Eye on You, $11.50, $4.40. 6 Thrift Shop, $2.60 on the show. The 2-4 Exactor, a handsome $159.80, and your Triactor, 246. The numbers, $367.05. Number 1, Noodles was 6. 2, Who's Your Lucky Lady, the race winner. 3, Blissful Anne Marie was 4th. Number 4, I've Got My Eye on You, finished 2nd. 5, 3. The horses and drivers are coming onto the track for the 5th race. It's the Sharps Feed Series, 2nd leg, 1st division. We thank Sharps Feed Series for sponsoring this racing series. This particular race is also sponsored by Murner Contracting. Here's your field. Number 1, Macarita. Mike Whalen up for Walter Whalen of Dundas. Macarita. Number 2, Edom's Trauma. Owned by Rebecca Williamson of Blythe. Trained by Robert Dare. Ryan Holiday aboard Edom's Trauma. Number 3 is Grand Bay, owned by James Napper of Bothwell, trained by Catherine Gaudreau, driven by J. Bradley Harris, Grand Bay. Number 4, Keen as a Bean, owned by Robert Blake of Clinton. Kurt Blake is the trainer. Colin Kelly picks up the drive on Keen as a Bean. Number 5, Miss Daisy Duke. Tyler Moore up for William Thompson of Markdale and Russell Ellis of Elmira. Russell Ellis is the trainer. Miss Daisy Duke. 6 is Tanzanian, owned by Graham Burgess of Orangeville, Rick Gurley of Amaranth. Graham Burgess trains. Andre Goyes in the bike. Tanzanian. Rounding out your field, 7 is Dynasty Sealster, owned by Douglas Dunbar of Woodstock, Jack Ray of London. Jack Ray trains. Scott Ray drives Dynasty Sealster. Field of 7, it's the second leg, the first division of the Sharps Feed Series. Post time, less than 2 minutes away. Series, the second leg, the first division, lining up from the inside out. Macarita, Michael Whalen. Edom's Trauma, Ryan Holiday. Grand Bay, J. Bradley Harris. Keen as a Bean in the middle of the raceway for Colin Kelly. Miss Daisy Duke and Tyler Moore. Tanzanian Andre Goy. And Dynasty Sealster and Scott Ray. The horses are now in the hands of the starter. It's post time. This field is now in motion. Here they come. And away they go. 3 across the track, leaving Grand Bay. The fastest of all will grab the front for Harris. Up on the outside, Miss Daisy Duke tries to cross over into second. Trying to shut that door along the inside was Keen as a Bean. It is Grand Bay now. Miss Daisy Duke is the pocket sitting second. Racing in third, it is Keen as a Bean. Fourth to the inn is Dynasty Sealster. Then we've got Macarita, Tanzanian, the early trailer, Edom's Trauma. They roll by the quarter-mile station with Grand Bay on the point. A length to the good of Miss Daisy Duke. They get there in 29 seconds flat. Third on the inside is Keen as a Bean. Racing in fourth, Dynasty Sealster. From the backfield in motion now, here comes Tanzanian up and at it. Also on the outside is Edom's Trauma. They're going to chase down Grand Bay, who will take this field by the half. A length and a half in front of Miss Daisy Duke. Now third and advancing on the outside is Tanzanian. Shuffled back to fourth is Keen as a Bean. Edom's Trauma takes the toe. They reach the half in 59 and 4. Then we've got Dynasty Sealster. Macarita gets a shuffle here. Now sits seventh and tips to the outside. 4 on the in, 3 on the out. They're in the backside now for the final time. Grand Bay in front. Racing in second, it's Miss Daisy Duke. 3 wide action from the backfield as Edom's Trauma tips out. Now saving ground along the inside. Keen as a Bean looks for some racing room. Miss Daisy Duke giving chase here. Pace quickens after 3 quarters in 1:30 and 3. Grand Bay and Miss Daisy Duke heads apart here as they enter the lane. Keen as a Bean is looking mean but needs some room here as they head down the lane. Grand Bay trying to drive away from them. It is Grand Bay. Coast to coast like butter on toast. Keen as a Bean was second. Miss Daisy Duke was third. 3 Grand Bay, your winner. Number 4, Keen as a Bean was second. 5, Miss Daisy Duke finished third. 159 flat. 3, 4, 5, your unofficial triactor numbers. Now returning to the winner's circle after a victory here in the 5th race, the second leg, the first division of the Sharp Feed Series. Number 3, Grand Bay, a Bay 3-year-old filly by Badlands Hanover and a Bay Away. Owned by James Napper of Bothwell, trained by Catherine Gaudreau. J. Bradley Harris in the bike. 159 flat, the winning mile time. Assisting with the winner's circle presentation, we have Tanya Martin of Sharp Feed Series. Three Grand Bay, 520, 240, 220. 4 Keen as a Bean, 280, 210. 5 Miss Daisy Duke, 320 on the show. $9.90 the payout on the 3-4 exactor, and your triactor combination, 3-4-5 the numbers, $22.05 the return on your $1 investment. Number 1, Macarita was 4th, 2 Edam's Trauma 7th, 3 Grand Bay your race winner, 4 Keen as a Bean was 2nd. Horses and drivers on post parade for the 6th race. We have a full field of 8. They go 1 mile for $3,600. Here is your field. Number 1, Stir and Serve, owned by Kyle Boston of Arthur. He trains and Colin Kelly drives. Stir and Serve. Number 2 is Joey's Kid, owned by David and Suzanne Anderson of Oswegan. Vernon Cochran trains. Jonathan Lapointe in the bike. Joey's Kid. Number 3, EA's Ideal. Ryan Holiday up for Brenda Rankin of Dundas. Brandon Shero of Hamilton. Jennifer Rankin is the trainer. EA's Ideal. Here's your 4-horse Brown Dirt Cowboy, owned and trained by Jack Ray of London, driven this afternoon by Scott Ray. Brown Dirt Cowboy. This is number 6, Coastal Storm. Lauren House drives for Robert McKenzie of Guelph and Benoit Lamarche, the trainer. Coastal Storm. There's number 8, Better Be Said. Dustin McClure aboard for Donald Sholtis of Brussels and trainer Patrick Bissett. Better Be Said. Number 7, My Three Mitts, is owned by Jacob McCurley of Alvinston. Robert Dare trains. Natasha Day drives My Three Mitts. Number 5. On his way out of the paddock now, in the back, coming onto the racetrack, number 5, Strong Profile. Owned by James Hasty, Ruth Moore of Chatsworth. Ruth Moore trains. Robert Doyle drives 5, Strong Profile. Less than 2 minutes to post time for race number 6. From the inside out, Stir and Serve, Colin Kelly, Joey's Kid, Jonathan Lapointe, EA's Ideal, and Ryan Holiday. Brown Dirt, Cowboys, Scott Ray. Strong Profile, Robert Doyle, Coastal Storm, Lauren House, My Three Mitts, Natasha Day, and from the back of the bus, it's Better Be Said and Dustin McClure. The horses are now in the hands of the starter. It's post time for race number 6. This field is in motion. Here they come, and away they go. 3 across the track, leaving EA's Ideal, fastest of all perhaps. Shooting through along the inside to contest is Stir and Serve. Those two will duke it out here in the early going. Tucking into third position is Brown Dirt Cowboy. Saving ground along the inside, Better Be Said is the 4th one. Looking for a seat somewhere. My Three Mitts left now. Will try to tuck into 5th. Forced to drive on for Nat Day in front of Joey's Kid. Then we've got Strong Profile. Coastal Storm can see them all. They roll by the opening quarter. EA's Ideal on the point. A length and a half to the good of Stir and Serve. They reach that station in 30 seconds flat. Third on the inside is Brown Dirt Cowboy. Advancing 4th now. 3rd, My Three Mitts, doing the legwork here on the outside. Giving a toe to Coastal Storm, who now sees it from 5th. Off stride momentarily in the backfield went Better Be Said. Around that one, Joey's Kid. It still is EA's Ideal, the leader. Takes this field by the opening half in 101 flat, a leisurely 31 seconds. Second panel for EA's Ideal. Off stride and taken in there was Brown Dirt Cowboy. Down the backside they go, EA's Ideal. On the outside, My Three Mitts, 3 wide. There goes Coastal Storm with a rush for Lauren House. Looking for racing room will be Stir and Serve. Then we've got Strong Profile taking over 5th. They reach the 3/4 mile station. EA's Ideal has company now. They get there in 132 flat. To the outside, it's Coastal Storm. Along the inside, Stir and Serve. It'll be these 3 now as they turn for home. EA's Ideal stretching to the outside a little bit here, but pacing away. This one belongs to EA's Ideal. Stir and Serve second best. Coastal Storm finished 3rd. EA's Ideal in race number 6. Now returning in front of the grandstand. After his 4th win in 5 starts, it is number 3, EA's Ideal, a brown 5-year-old gelding by Sports Writer and Scootin' Ideal. Owned by Brenda Rankin of Dundas, Brandon Chiero of Hamilton. Jennifer Rankin is the winning trainer. Ryan Holiday in the bike as EA's Ideal is victorious here in 2 minutes and 1/5. Two EA's Ideal, $483, $260. Number 1, Stir and Serve, $410, $330. 6, Coastal Storm, $530 on the show. The 3-1 Exactor, $9.50. And your Triactor, 316. The numbers, $1 gets you $34.15. 6 race rundown. Number 1, Stir and Serve was 2nd. 2, Joey's Kids, 7th. 3, EA's Ideal, your race winner.
Well done. Big Z.
Horse.
Oh, that's actually a hockey player. So you won't know which one it is. And Zach the Men.
Horse.
That is a racehorse. Congratulations. I lost count, so we're just going to give you $20 in betting vouchers.
Horses and drivers on post parade now for race number 7. It is the second leg, the second